step in that ring,
they know it's grappling ink.
when they hear that bell ring,
Hey boy, it's grappling ink.
and we bringing that flame. Bronx, Boulder, and Titan, Troy, we doing our
They
thing.
know it's grappling ink.
When we step in that ring,
They know it's grappling ink.
when they hear that bell ring,
Hey boy, it's grappling ink.
man, we bringing that flame. Bronx, Boulder, and Titan, Troy, we doing our thing. We got our game from Bobby Blaze and
What's up, everybody? It is a new location. I'm in a new room that I've not been in for a podcast yet. It's a Wednesday night, and I want to do a podcast. So here we are, and we're going to talk some crap. We're going to talk to somebody we've never talked to before on the show, someone I've got to share the ring with at least once. I think only once. We have some business to tend to, actually, because that little fool got me and Troy in that match, actually. So we're going to talk about that. But what we're going to talk about right this second before we get to our guest is we're in our new permanent location. I know you guys have heard we were at one place forever, and kind of things changed. And I was in my garage doing my podcast, and now we're at Aftermath. We're at Aftermath Pro right now. We're in the school, in my studio here at the school. This is our first podcast from the school. We've been doing this for 2 months, and I just now got the podcasting studio up, and because I'm lazy and I didn't want to do it, and it was all in my garage and a lot of crap to bring over. But we're here, and we are going to kick off tonight's. We're going to kick off a podcast from this place for the first time, and I wanted to do somebody that has never been on the show, someone that I've got to share the ring with, someone that I keep watching in videos. They're kind of doing their thing, and they're killing it. And I want to introduce this person to our side of wrestling, like the side that maybe doesn't get down into his area, and hopefully that the people that are watching will see him and be like, hey, let's bring that kid in, or hey, if he wants to come work with Aftermath, I'd love to have him. I owe him a pin, I owe him a spear, and I owe him. I want to kick his ass. Basically, what it is. That's why I brought him on here for. I just want to kick his ass. So I'm just kidding. All right. Well, I'll stop talking crap about him, and we will bring him in. This is Lone Star Cash Atkins.
Hey. What's up, everybody? Man, I'm glad to be here. Yes, sir. Thanks for having me, man. I've been looking forward to this. So
no problem. Like I said, I really don't want to get you in here just to talk about the one time that you and your tag partner Ace got the best of me and Troy. We're not going to talk about that yet. We will talk about it eventually, though. We'll talk about it eventually.
Yeah.
We'll talk about how we got to redeem ourselves. I'm just kidding.
definitely.
Yeah. So we'll. You're the first one in the new studio, man. You're the first guy here.
Hey, I'm honored. I'm honored.
So you're the first one here. Got this new thing going on here, this new Aftermath Pro school going and promotion. So welcome me to be the first one that's done this. So we appreciate
Thanks, man. Thank you.
No problem. Before we get started, we'll go to the comments real quick. Megaphone Larry is one of my favorite humans on this planet. Megaphone Larry, he carries a megaphone to Route 33. Has been to one of our shows, and he hands me a megaphone. The dumbest thing on the planet. This man hands me a megaphone. Like, I don't need one, but he gives it to me. I love it. Yeah. And then one half of the best damn commentary team on the planet, Doctor of Professional Wrestling. That's Mike Blankenship there. What's up, Mike? What's up, Larry?
Hey, what's going on, fellas?
So, like I told you, man, I don't have any papers in front of me. I don't look anything up.
Yeah.
I want to just talk. I want to talk wrestling. I want to talk life. So let's start with the most basic question that every podcaster asks when they get somebody on the show. Why wrestling? Why?
Yeah, man. I've been asked that a lot, the past year and 3 months that I've been in the business. And it's a pretty generic answer. I've been a fan ever since I was a little kid. I ate, slept, and breathed wrestling. I would record Raw. I'd record SmackDown. I would watch old school TNA in the early 2000s when I was little, man. I watched wrestling every single night. And then when I would watch Raw, I'd rewatch Raw on Tuesday. And then, when TNA would come on, I'd watch it live. Then I'd rewatch it again. Same with SmackDown. And this might sound a little cheesy, but, growing up, it wasn't always easy at times. And wrestling, was always there, and it got me through it and, kind of took me out of what was going on. And, I finally worked up the courage to say, I'm going to do it. And, hopefully make others feel what I felt as a young kid watching, that's probably a generic, answer, but, it's the truth, from my aspect. So
That's all right, man. Like the only thing I didn't like about it was the fact that you called early 2000s old school, because that's not old
sorry.
school. That's That's not how it's going to be. There's probably a few in the room. It's like, man, this kid already.
Yeah.
Uh,
My
no,
bad.
it's
Bad
all right.
choice of
Listen,
words.
that's all right, man. I grew up in the Attitude Era. That was me, and then
Yeah.
I was you. I grew up with I don't know if we were exactly the same, but I grew up with almost nothing. Like and wrestling
Yeah.
was my escape. I was able to turn on Raw, and I was a WCW guy or WWF guy, WDC,
Yeah.
WDC,
Yeah.
switch back and forth occasionally during commercials because I still can't stand commercials. And
Yeah.
watching WCW, but I'm you, man. I would go back and I'd watch wrestling, and I would just it kept me out of trouble. It kept me out of my heathen stage a little bit to
Yeah. Yeah.
well, I want to watch this. These guys be the bad guy, and I don't want to be the bad guy, so I want to watch these guys do it.
Yeah.
So I get
Yeah.
it, man.
Yeah.
It's not really a generic answer. It's I think it's there has to be a love for it to start somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like we have
Mm.
to have and no matter what we do, whether it's if you're um being a professional basketball player, if you're a hockey player, there's always a love that starts somewhere on a smaller
Yeah.
scale.
Absolutely.
So
Right. Right.
getting some check-ins here. Larry talks to telling I don't have to take the megaphone. He's right. I don't have to. But when are you not going to take the megaphone, right? When are you not going to do that? Um,
Yeah.
and then one half of my training team, one half of the people that trained me, Bobby Blaze checking in, has trained me since basically day one. Still has no friggin' idea how to spell my name. Thanks, Bobby. Appreciate you. It's BROX. Whatever, Bobby. I still love you. I gotta bust his balls a little bit. So all right. So like for me, I talk about how like our area and we're up here in Cold Grove, Ohio, the Ironton, Ohio,
Mhm.
Ashland, Kentucky, Huntington, West Virginia area.
Mhm.
We have an embarrassment of riches in our area. I feel like even down your way, where there's an embarrassment of riches when it comes to wrestling. There's a
Right.
ton of schools, reputable schools. There's a ton of people that are training at these
Right.
places. But let's talk about the place that kind of obviously was closer to you, but I mean drew your attention and kind of helped you hone in your skills. Let's talk about there.
Yeah. Yeah, so man, like I said, I put it off for about a year, man. I was like, should I go for it? Should I do it? Should I go? And I finally was like, all right, I'm doing it. So I started looking. A family friend of mine, Dan Childers, he just got inducted in the UCW Hall of Fame this past weekend. So, he his son and I have been best friends for a long time. And I knew Dan wrestled back in the day, and I couldn't work up the confidence to be like, man, like, hey, you want to help me out? Where do I need to go? What do I need to do? And he knew I was a fan. And then I finally reached out. I was like, hey, Dan, I want to do this. I'm ready. I'm going to do it while I'm young. And he pointed me in the direction of Elite Wrestling Alliance. They had just started up their school based in Danville, Kentucky. And, I showed
I
up to a
showed up
show and helped set up, talked to the powers that be, and they said, well, we're starting training on this day. Get your license, all that good stuff. And showed up, took that first bump, and I was hooked.
it,
So,
it's funny how the equivalent of a 35-mile-an-hour car crash to your back is what hooks you on this business. Like
right.
I was the same way, man. I took that first bump and was like, "Ooh, you got any more of them bumps?" Like
Yeah. Well, man, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was an athlete in school. I played basketball and baseball. I wasn't a football guy because I've always been thinner. I'm not naturally strong. And I was like, man, I don't know if I can physically take it. Because I'm a super fan, so I get the business, but it's physical. This stuff hurts. And I really didn't know if I was gonna be tough enough. And I took that first one, and of course, it stung, it hurt, but I was like, hmm, I think I can handle this. And then they ended up making me bump like 30 more times, and I was hurting, but I was like, I'm walking, I can move.
Mhm.
I think I got it. And then here I am a year and a half later, still going after it. So
Oh yeah. Well, you're smarter than I was. I was 39 when I started, I
really,
couldn't walk and I couldn't move and I couldn't do anything the next day. I hated my life. I hated Jillian Hall. I hated everybody in the room. Um,
mhm,
she kicked our rear ends that first night, and now all these years later, I'm going into my seventh year here now. Um, I love Jillian Hall for kicking our asses. I love it.
yeah,
And you went through the training, man. If it's a cakewalk, then you don't really make it through it because not
right,
everything's a cakewalk. So God bless Jillian
mm,
Hall for kicking the hell out of
yeah,
us and
heck
turning us
yeah.
into wrestlers and your trainers as well. So who down there was people that you need to really talk and think about for?
Yeah. Adrian Alexander, obviously.
Uh,
He
don't think
he
him.
runs.
Uh, think
No.
that guy.
Hey, hey, he's been there for me. He has put the confidence in me and Chad McFarland. Some may know him as Doomsday. And then Austin Medler. Those are our three main trainers. And I got to give Dan credit too, because Dan's helped me a lot as well. But those guys, they were patient. They make sure we are safe and they teach us the exact right way to go about it, from psychology to in ring. Um, and man, I'd put our it's gonna sound biased, but I'd put our trainee group against anybody in the country, man, because like it just shows how far we've come in a short time, man. It just shows how great those guys have been for us. Um, and it's a family, it's we've quickly became brothers and a family, and we hang out outside of wrestling. It's just great, man. And anybody around this area, or maybe a little farther, it's definitely a school worth looking into. If you're serious about getting in the business, man, it's just been a blessing. All my credit goes to those guys for the first year and a half of my career.
Yeah, definitely. I joke all jokes about Adrian. I really do love that guy. There's a
Yeah,
few people that I'd been on shows with him, and I'm not talking about the people in the locker room. There's a fan specifically that cannot stand Adrian Alexander so much that he had to go a different exit one time when he was leaving the building. He knows if he's watching, he's what I'm talking about.
yeah,
But Chad's amazing too. I've got to talk to Chad quite a few times, working
right.
with Adrian down there. And
Yep.
actually, the last time I seen Chad was the night that I think maybe one of your trainee mates broke my nose at a show.
I remember that, the
And
Firehouse Frenzy show.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah, that was probably I think it's probably the last time I've seen Chad. We've talked through text a few times since then, and just a
Yeah.
freak
Yeah.
accident, no big deal, you know. Um,
Right.
but yeah, I feel that though to the core when you talk about the trainees and the guys being your family and your friend. Like Bobby just went to a seminar with Joe Malenko um, on Sunday and was talking about come back last night at training and talking about how he had Joe Malenko even said that it's a brotherhood. The wrestling community becomes a
Hmm.
brotherhood, and
Hmm.
Troy's my tag team partner. I've been with that guy since day one. But there's Caleb Throne, who I've bled with. I have bled with in the
Right.
ring. Is my brother
Yeah.
through and through,
Yep.
and he was first night with me and Troy. And then all the guys and gals that are here, we're a family, and we
Yeah. Yeah.
watch PLEs together, and we went to micro wrestling a few weeks ago as a school.
Awesome.
We took a
Yeah.
field trip to micro wrestling on a Thursday night instead of doing training. I was like, let's go check out micro wrestling. Let's get a little different look at things. And but I
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah.
It becomes a brotherhood, and you bury bodies for those people, and everybody that I trained with to this day, I would bury a body for, and everybody that walks through the doors here at Aftermath, I would absolutely whatever you need. And that's just I get it.
Yeah.
I get it completely.
Yeah.
And
For sure.
you meet the people too. Like we're talking because you and I worked a match together one time. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like
Yeah.
I remember
Absolutely.
I remember you and your tag team partner. He was coming back out over. He had taken some time off. He had to train before Ace, and
Yep.
then took some time off. And you were still. I mean, it was probably almost a year ago at this point, I guess. So you were still pretty new at that point.
Yep.
And I remember having a real fun match with you guys, and you guys asking a lot of questions and being real
Mhm.
respectful. And it was I had a good time, and that's what I'm talking about. Is you get those matches out there and you get to meet the people and talk to them, and it becomes a brotherhood more than just your training
Absolutely.
class. It goes further than that. So yeah, that's
Hmm.
awesome. That's really great. I speaking of brotherhood though, I do have some questions. There was some
Okay.
questions on the post I made for the show tonight.
Uh-huh.
Let me go over here. So hopefully my computer doesn't freeze because it's wrong. Let's see. Let's look over. Let's look at my. Hang on one second. I want to get this. I want to get these questions right. Um, oh, that's not it. I clicked on the wrong thing. Sorry, I'm actually watching the podcast on Facebook. That's not it at all. Hang on one second. Let me get here. All right. So the first question is Adrian asked if I couldn't find anybody better, and he's mad about it because I couldn't find anybody better to do the podcast tonight. So they want to
Of
go with
course.
Adrian there. All right.
Man,
We'll go
I
down.
done
I'll
put
answer
him
the two next
over, and
questions.
he's.
I tried to warn you, brother. I tried
I
to warn you.
know.
You got to watch him.
Yeah,
So
watch
I'll
it,
get you
man.
two questions. One's from Weird Trainers. Chad McFarland today. Brox, make sure to ask him about his best friend Kenneth Gaines, and we'll get back to that because I have some comments about Kenneth Gaines too.
All right,
And
I got
then
plenty to
Mike
say.
Howard. I bet you do. And that Mike Howard wants to make sure that you know that he still hates you. That's Mike Howard. Just so you
Man,
know.
that's
Like, so let's start
man.
off with that. Let's start with Mike, because apparently both of us got to talk about Kenneth Gaines. So let's talk about Mike Howard first. Why does Mike
Yeah,
Howard hate you so much? Like, that guy was,
man.
he used to be a partier. What happened to this guy, man?
He's going through a midlife crisis at 25, I guess. Man, I don't know. I've nothing but respect for him. He is a fighter. I mean, but for some reason, anytime I walk in any locker room he's in, he just has to look me in the face and say, "I hate you." Now, I think he's a little worried. He's threatened because young kids coming up, just starting up, man. I don't know.
I get it.
I don't know. The man just has to let me know every time that he hates me.
Hey, listen. Here's the thing, though. He's apparently you're living rent free in his head. So every time you walk in,
Yeah.
you know, you're on his mind. So you're doing something.
Yeah. I mean, I know
Right.
he's lays in bed every night on his pillow and just stews, looking up at the ceiling like that Lone Star Cash Atkins guy.
Probably has your picture on
So
the ceiling. Man, I hate this guy.
probably he's probably got his poster like a teenage boy does with a
Right.
girl, but it's Cash Atkins right up there.
Why is this guy good looking? God dang it, why is he good looking? I get it. No, I get it, man. I get it. I get it. Now let's shift to Kenneth Gaines. I want to let you start with Kenneth Gaines, and I'll tell you what bone I've got to pick with him. And and this is something I've had in my head for a while before I go down my road. But
Yeah.
what's Chad talking about here, man? What's Kenneth Gaines and you got going on?
Well, obviously, it's no secret. Kenneth and I came up in the EWA Academy together. Um, we were boys, training partners. We'd always train together. Probably the strongest dude I've been in the ring with since I've started. I mean, just a natural powerhouse. Um, Man, he gets finally makes his debut, and then he gets all involved with Ben Sharon and them. And man, he's just got a big head. He thinks like physically, actually, a big head, and metaphorically, a big head. Um,
The
I
worst.
don't know, man. I think he's another one that's jealous too. I'm a humble guy. I've worked my tail off, and I work my hard every day. But I think he's just jealous, man. I was the first to come out of the academy and start, working shows.
Mhm.
You know, I, he's a jealous hater, man. I don't know what else to say. I love him. You're friends with somebody like that for so long, but start acting some type of way. You got to distance yourself. But he's a hater.
I,
Now,
listen, you'll have those, but if you're doing your job right, you'll have them in the business, and you're doing your
yeah,
job right. So you got a couple of them. I will tell you what my
yeah,
my thing with Kenneth is. Excuse me. And this is what I've had in the back of my mind for a while. This is breaking news, and no one's heard this from anybody at all. I want to beat the brakes off that man just because of the way he looks. I have watched the videos that gets posted, and I'm like, this dude's still in my gimmick. He's
low
trying to look
key.
good. I mean, I'm telling you, he's got a singlet on. He's stocky. He's powerful. He got a
Hmm.
beard. Like, he's still in my like. Come on, man. How you gonna try to make it look any better than I do? You can't do it, Kenneth. So I
You
want
can't
a
do
piece of
it.
Kenneth Gaines. That's what I'm saying. He's trying to be Boulder 2.0, and I want to roll him off a cliff. I want to beat the brakes off of him. That's what I want to do. So you talk to
Two.
him. You'll see
I
him. You'll
will.
see.
I got two things for what you just said. One, I would pay a ticket to see that match. And two, I agree with you. He is trying to steal your gimmick. But the one thing he does not have that you do is great hair.
That's true. That is true. Like, listen, I appreciate. I
he's
got
not
the. Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate the
he's
nod.
not stealing the man bun, man. It ain't happening for him. So hey,
I don't know how much
you've
longer I'm
got
going to be still from people. I don't know. We'll see. As long as my hair's ever been in my life, I've never had long hair like this. I don't know how it's going for me. So,
rocket, brother. But
oh,
hey, I would drive across the country to see that match.
I want it. I want it. I used to, when I was with FTC, when I was running FTC, I used to say, "Hey, Booker man, book that match." And I was talking to Joe, or privately talking about myself. But now here at Aftermath, if I say it, I got to be talking to myself. So, but I want it. I want it in his town. I want to go to his place. I want to go where his trainer is at, sitting behind the curtain, and I want to beat the
Yep.
brakes off him. And then if he wants another one, we'll bring him down here where my trainer's at, sitting behind the curtain, and we'll go a number round. I don't care. I want a piece of Kenneth Gaines.
I
Publicly, I want Kenneth Gaines, and if he's got a problem with it, he can go pick some out of the locker room, and me and you will go down there and beat some ass. I'm cool with it. Do that way. Either
hey,
way, don't matter to me.
I'm rolling with you, brother. We're gonna make it happen. Out of everything out of this interview, that's what's gonna happen for sure.
Hey, did we hang on? What just happened? Is it a Kenneth Gaines, Mike Howard, Brox Boulder, Cash Atkins? Wait a minute. Wait a minute here. You got a midlife crisis and a wannabe Brox Boulder against one of the youngest studs in the business, and this handsome fella right here, and that could be a
Oh,
I mean, Titan Troy. I mean, he carries Grappling Inc. I'm just going to tell you straight up, that boy carries Grappling Inc. So he
right.
needs a night off. The night off will be Cash Atkins, Brox Boulder versus Mike Howard and Kenneth Gaines. I like that. Booker Men, if you're listening, in the great
Yep.
words of the late
Somebody
song.
book it. We'll be there.
That's right. Come on, Brian Pillman said it. Booker Man, you hear me? We got and somebody. I will drive 3.5 hours to see it. Larry will drive, and he will. I've seen him do it. I've seen him do it.
Larry, you're the man.
Larry is the man, and then Troy. Look, Cash is speaking facts. Troy's all about it. Troy will have the night off gladly. I'm telling you right now, Troy will gladly have the night off, and he'll be in the front row or on the other side of the apron center cheering us on. One of the two. I can't guarantee he won't get involved. Well, Larry, I mean, good segue there, Larry. Maybe you should be hosting this podcast. You're better than I am. May 2nd
Larry's
is
ready.
I'm telling you, May 2nd is the first event for Aftermath Pro, and I don't know about that event, Larry. We'll see. That one may have matches already put up and booked. So maybe another time. But like I said, I want it down there. I want it where he's at. I want to go where he's at. And
Beat him
I
on
wanna
his
go.
ground. Yeah, no, I respect it.
If he gets the best of me, hell, come on down here. We'll try it again.
Man, he thinks he's running EWA with Ben Sharon, man, and I think they need to get a little humbled right there at their home turf, man. I'd be right there with you.
Speaking of humbled, this is how it happens on the Hitting the Ropes. Someone says something, and then boom, there's a douchebag in the comments. And this is probably one of the youngest douchebags I've ever met in my life. This kid here, he's one of our trainees. This is in the comments. I heard young stud and handsome fella, and they all thought he was talking about Travis. And we're not talking about Travis, for the record, buddy. That's not what's going on at all. So you get out of the comments. You let this guy have his time. You know, he's like these kids, man, trying to get their shit in all the time. Like they're learning from Titan Troy or something. I don't know what's going on here. Always got to get their stuff. And Larry, you're right. Card is subject to change. You're right. Absolutely. 100%. Card is always subject to change. And the inside joke, the feller who just said he was handsome is also named Pete. And that is an off-air behind the scenes thing. Let's see. And this is why I love Larry. Larry's just roasting right now. Does he know your mom here?
Tanner better hop off before he starts getting more of them.
He's going to get some Cinnabon. He's going to get a Cinnabon. Oh my gosh. All right. Oh gosh, they're firing back. Well, Cash, we can just sit here and watch this here, man. We don't have to do anything. Like
I
Tanner
mean,
said, the wow.
this is good TV right here.
Yeah, the best show on TV right on the internet. Is pals with GMT, and that's all we need to know about him. You're right, Jess. That Travis has fans in low places, but not the Garth kind. Because if they're Garth, they're all right, but they're not that kind. Speaking of fans, though, and you know that I'm going to bring this up. You know that I'm going to bring up fans, little tiny fans. I'm going to bring this up. You know already. I'm going to say it.
I've prepared myself.
Does she still have the shirt?
Brother, I'm not even joking right now. I was helping her. You know, we're trying to have her. This is my stepdaughter, for anybody listening. She's 8 years old. We're teaching her about chores, and she's got a chore chart and everything. So last night was laundry night. Man, I start teaching her and helping her how to fold laundry and put it in her thing. Boom, there's y'all's t-shirt right when we start. And I'm just like, dude, she loves it. She's one of her favorite ones. She talks about that moment all the time. So I'm
and listen,
very thankful for that.
We got new Ninja Turtle Grappling Inc. shirts, so she's gonna need one of these too. So
heck yeah, man.
Yeah.
All seriousness, no, man. That made her day. You know, it's always good to have, know the boys are cool with your kid, and so she talks about it all the time. So keep doing stuff like that, man, because that means something to kids. She won't forget that.
I won't, and that's the thing. Troy and I won't forget that either, man. It's and if you don't care, are you okay with me telling the story? I don't want to put too much out there.
No, go absolutely.
She saw us. It was at a different event. She saw us for the first time, wasn't it? When it was at a
at a fair. Yeah. She came up to your table. Yeah.
And she liked me and Troy immediately. It was for an AMW event. That's where it was.
That's
Kyle
right.
Magner,
That's exactly right. Yeah.
and she came up to our table and she liked me and Troy. Troy's mohawk attracts children. I don't know what it is. It's
Yeah,
like shiny
definitely.
fish, shiny objects for fish. It's just the blonde mohawk attracts kids.
Yep.
And she liked us, man. She uh, at that point we knew we were having a match with her dad, and we had to talk a little smack up there at Kyle's AMW show, and I told her, I said, if she cheers real loud when we go out, I might just bring her a shirt. And best part of it was you guys had your section. You had a section plumb full of Cash
Yep.
Atkins shirts, and then it was phenomenal. And then in the middle of that Cash Atkins was one Grappling Inc. shirt. It was the best thing
Yeah.
for me. I gave her a yellow one on purpose. I think it was yellow. Pretty sure it was yellow.
It's blue. It was the blue Monsters Inc. Theme one.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. It was. I wanted
Yeah.
it to be a bright color. I knew that. I couldn't remember what it, but I wanted it to be a bright color, and so
Yeah.
everybody could see it. Yeah, and she wore that thing proudly. She yelled, screamed, and I could see when I got in the ring. I could see. I think it might have been her mom trying to take it off of her, and she was like,
Yeah.
"Get off
No.
me!" She didn't want to take it off. So, yeah, I love it, and that's the thing, man. Is uh, I'll tell you just a quick one. Show's about you, not about me, and I keep running my mouth about myself, but.
No, you're good. You're
uh,
good.
when I first started, a buddy of mine got me into the business, and he's still in the business. But I went and watched one of his shows the week before I started training. I went to a show of his, and in front of me was this kid, and he had like 4 homemade championship belts out of cardboard,
Mhm.
and one of them had his name on it. And to me, I'm just like, well, this is the guy I play basketball with. I mean, it's just this guy. And I didn't know it. I didn't understand it yet, right? I didn't have any idea what I was walking into. I didn't start training yet.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's just this guy I play basketball with. That's not, I mean, come on. This kid made a belt for this guy and he was this big, huge fan of this guy. And I was like, man, I want to get to that one day. I want to get to a
Right.
point where his fans like Brock's is my favorite, or whoever I was going to beat was my favorite. And it didn't take me
Yeah.
long, thank goodness, because I was trained right and was able to get through the right people into the right shows. And it didn't take me long, but those are the people you remember. Your
Sure.
stepfather, I'll always remember that moment, as old as whatever, however long it lasts for me. I'll remember that moment for me.
Yeah.
Um, this past Saturday was a moment with a fan at Route 33. He's one of the biggest fans Route 33 has, and
Yeah.
there was a moment there that we shared, and it was great for her, but it was more for mine and Troy's soul. Like, it meant the world to her, but she'll never know what it meant for me and Troy. And then I'll just kind of keep
Right.
it at that. Um, those are the moments you get into it for, and I sincerely hope you've had those. I sincerely hope you get 100 more of them, and I hope that
Thank you.
you continue to. And I'm not cutting the show off. I'm just telling you in the middle of this. I hope that you do what you're doing, because I've watched you since we wrestled, and you're killing it. You're absolutely freaking killing
Thank you.
it. So keep doing your
Thank
thing,
you,
man.
man.
You're absolutely killing it.
Thank you.
After we get done with Mike Howard and Kenneth Gaines, we need another match, because you got one
Hey,
up on me. We need one more match too. So just so you know, we need
I
one
love
more.
it, man. I
One
love it.
more.
Anytime, man.
We need one more. Maybe in an aftermath ring. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. Heck yeah,
See,
brother.
here at Aftermath, you don't need a Kentucky license, because we're in Ohio. So
I know. That's right. Yeah. Just hop on
you
in there.
cruise on down and let's lock up. And let's get it. You know what I'd
Yeah.
like to have, and I kind of want to start this, is these guys and you guys that I bring on the show. I'd like to have you guys here on like a Tuesday or Thursday to train,
Yeah.
just to get to hang out with Bobby. Bobby is, man, he's and not taking nothing away from your trainers at all. I'm not taking anything away from anybody's trainers.
Right.
But everybody has their own way of doing things. Like Bobby and Jillian for me were night and day. Jillian was
Sure.
hard ass and I'm going to kill you, and Bobby was like, don't get hurt, but try hard.
Right.
And so their contrast they're completely different. But I'd like to have guys come down and train with Bobby and get to get in the ring and kind of get it. It's always good to lock up with as many people as you can,
Sure.
as you can,
Yeah.
and get down the road.
Absolutely.
I just
Yeah.
got to text Bobby. Bobby's like the Joe Hendry of this podcast. Every time I say his name, I get a text from him. But yeah, I'd like to start like bringing guys in for the podcast and then coming in doing a class with Bobby. Man, I think somebody like you would be great with somebody with Bobby. Bobby was,
Yeah.
he's one of the most technically sound wrestlers you ever watched. So,
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, I'd love to do that, man. That'd be great.
awesome. And I would like to vice versa, like bring some of our guys up to kind of roll around the ring. I actually just talked to Nate, Evil Nate, a few days ago about some
Mhm.
things that are happening up there, and I'm pretty excited about that. And glad
Yeah,
you
man.
guys are
We're growing, man. We just built a new training facility, a bigger building, where we can, expand our training. And our shows, man, they've just, which I'm sure you've seen on social media and stuff, but it's just growing. Production, our fans, just everything, man. And like from being a year and a half in, just seeing from when I started to now, man, it's been incredible. It's just such a blessing to be a part of it. But yeah, we've got a lot of exciting things going up for EWA for sure. So
And
love to
it's
have all
important.
y'all down.
I'd love to come down, but it's
Mhm.
important like that you see these guys that are, and again, me not pooping on anybody, but you see these guys and you see them in the locker room and they got, I don't know, a different way of looking at things in wrestling and stuff like that. But
Mhm.
but having the facility has to be right for you. The training facility,
Right.
the training place has to be right for you. Like I tell some of these guys that are here now that they wouldn't survive Jillian, but
Right.
Bobby's perfect for them.
Right.
You got to find the right trainer for you. You got to find the right
Sure.
person, the right facility, the right fit, the family atmosphere that fits in. The guys that want to push you. Like I tell the story, Titan Troy. I could tell he was the best guy in the room, not one, but he's not the one that I didn't attach myself to him. I went a different direction, and when that guy didn't cut the mustard, I kind of just jumped on Troy's back and was like, all right, we're gonna sharpen each other here. Iron gonna sharpen iron, and I could tell he
Yeah.
was the best one in the room, and he's still the
Yeah.
best one in the room, no matter what room he goes into. So that's why I keep him around because he carries my old rear end around for me. I'm riding his coattails always riding his coattails because he's that good. Evil Nate, let's see. Larry says Evil Nate. Hope to see him on May 2nd. Maybe, maybe not. I want to release the card so bad. It is driving me crazy how much I want to release the card for our first show. But like, I just released the card, like the poster for it this week. So I'm like, no, I'm standing in the background, like, I really want to release all the match cards. I don't have it done
Yeah.
yet. Can't do it, but I want to real bad.
Shoot,
Uh,
May will be here before you know it, man.
I know, man. Like I was talking with someone. I was like, they asked me something about May 2nd, and I was like, oh crap, I gotta read some. I mean, it's like 6 weeks away. I gotta release a match, a graphic or
Yeah.
nothing yet. It's like, man, I suck at this. I was so used to doing things at the other place, and everything's just kind of switched. It's just like I've kind of feel like I am starting over, but I feel like I'm starting over from scratch, like I've never done it before, because
Right. Right.
I'm scatterbrained completely.
Oh, I
So
understand that.
it's crazy. I don't know. I keep talking about myself, and I apologize. I'm sorry.
No, you're good, man. We're just shooting the bull.
That's all it is. Um, let's talk about some of your favorite matches. Give me. And I ask this question a lot, and I feel like it kind of. I don't want it to lose its steam, but because like I have some of my favorite matches I've done with Titan Troy as
Hmm.
Grappling Inc. Some of my favorite matches.
Yeah.
I have matches that I've done by myself that are just single matches. That are some of my favorite matches I've ever done.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
me give me your favorite match when it was just you and another competitor locking eyes across the ring. What's your favorite match so far?
Ooh, that's tough. Because I'm not, I don't want to brag, but the past, well, really since the start of 2026, I feel like I've really starting to hit my stride a little more. I know I've still got quite a bit more room to grow. Only a year and a half in, I don't know
Right.
nothing, but so February I was completely booked out for the first time in my career. I had at least one show every week, and then 2 of those weeks I had 2 shows in each of those weeks. So I mean, I was booked out, and I didn't realize it. But when February rolled around, I looked at my calendar. I said, "Oh my goodness, this is my first fully booked month." I was like that, and that was a huge moment in itself.
Yeah.
Um, so man, I would probably have to say my favorite match right now, personally, that I had was the I Quit match with Omega. Um, it was we had kind of been feuding for a little while. He blamed me for losing his title at our All Star Classic last year because I accompanied him to the ring to try to help him from Bobby Blade and Jordan Cage cheating, and we didn't get it done. And you know he blamed me, and it turned really into a blood feud. And we made it all the way to an I Quit match, and I didn't say I quit. I did not say I quit. Ace threw in the towel for me because I was taking a beating with a kendo stick while being handcuffed. But that doesn't sound like that should be my favorite match because it hurt. But what I mean is, I didn't come out victorious, but I walked out on my own 2 feet, And as I was walking up the ramp, my back was bleeding, but I was like, I just took an ass kicking from probably one of the baddest dudes in this business, and I felt like I proved I belonged. And right then and there, I was like, I think I can go far. I feel like I can. So I'd have to say that match. I wish I won. Again, I didn't say I quit. I will never utter those words. Um, but that match for sure, I was like, all right, dude, you're doing something. If that makes any sense.
Oh, 100%. 100%. If you can stand tall and have someone beat the snot out of you and be able to walk out of the ring, that's, I mean, I told you about how I bled with Caleb Throne, and that's some of my favorite matches
Yep.
is me and Caleb beating the dog snot out of each other. So
Yep.
that's one of my favorite things. Hey, Angie, how's it going? We
Hey, what's
are,
up?
um, but yeah, that's me and Caleb beating the crap out of each other. When I'm able to walk away from the matches, I feel the same
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
So standing across from guy one on one, give me how many tag matches have you done?
Uh, I think I'm at 12 altogether
Perfect.
tag matches. Yeah.
Give me your favorite. There's a right and wrong answer here, by the way.
Grappling Inc., man.
How much you give me? Honestly, give me your favorite tag match you've had so far. Honestly,
Um, well, and I'm not just saying this. You guys are one of my favorites because, and it's not even for how the match went. It's what after the match. You guys shook our hands. We had a moment in the ring, and then, dude, I don't know if you remember, but we sat in the back and talked for probably 35 minutes, just about the match, just about the business, life, and no. And I'm not just saying this because I'm on your show. I've been blessed to work with many good veterans, but no veterans like you and Troy have took the time like that to sit down and look me in the eye and really genuinely meaning to help me after that. Um so that one, not just as a match overall, I still remember that moment like it was yesterday. Um let's see.
I appreciate that
Uh
too. That
yeah,
honestly,
no, I'm being dead serious, man. Uh Maddie and I and my daughter, we talk about you guys often, how cool of an experience that was and everything. But let's see. Ace and I have tagged several matches together now, man, and we just kind of had a little deal, couple month deal with BSB, Kenneth Gaines, that sorry sucker, the Bronx wannabe, and OG Ugly, and Ben, obviously, but man, we just had like a 3 match little feud there, and we were just bashing heads with one another, um, and it was fun. We like I said, we had 3 matches, and we beat the snot out of each other, but it was just young, hungry guys. Well, obviously we have differences as one another, but we
right?
we went out there and tried to steal the show every time, and lay it in, and those probably just because even though Kenneth and I don't see eye to eye anymore, that's still somebody that I started with. And as big and bad as he acts now, I know in his heart how much he loves it, and that little kid inside is living his dream just like me. So
Yep,
standing across them boys, even though we're about to kill each other, those are really special. So,
absolutely. I agree with that
and we
completely.
beat him. We beat him 2 out of 3 times. That's all I'm going to say. And they had to cheat to get the one win. So, I
Hear that?
mean,
Hear that, Kenneth? I hope you're listening.
yeah,
I hope you've heard everything that's been said. If you haven't, let me repeat it. I want to beat the brakes off of you.
I
And
know he's crashing out right now.
God, I hope he is. I seen somebody said something today that any room can be a rage room if you plan it the right way. And I
Yep.
hope you're rage rooming in your living room right now, and you are hearing these words. I want to beat
The
the
Lo-
brakes off you so bad.
the
God, I want to.
London the London, Kentucky police force better be checking in on Kenneth Gaines because he's crashing out at his home right
Maybe need
now.
to call in a welfare check for him.
Yes, absolutely.
God. Oh my gosh. So we've talked about your favorite matches. Like, is there a place you haven't got to work yet as far as a promotion that you like? And let's exclude the big guys. I don't want to talk about AEW,
Right,
WWE, MLW.
right,
I don't want to talk about JCW. I want to talk about, is there a place that's on the independent circuit that you were like, man, I really like what they do. I want to work there.
right. Yeah. So I beginning of 26, I had set some goals aside, And Appalachian Mountain Wrestling (AMW) was one of my top goals. I wrote that down on a little thing for me, and lo and behold, um, Kyle reached out and excuse me, and I think he'd been seeing what I've been doing with Ace because Ace has worked, excuse me, several shows for him, and he reached out and he's like, "Hey, come on down to Lexington. We're gonna be in Lexington. I know you don't live far." Kind of hung out in the locker room, and so then we got the next show there in Corbin. He put me in a match against Lord Murphy. Um, had a one-on-one there. Didn't come out on top, but so definitely AMW was one of those ones on my list, and thankfully I've been able to break that wall there. I actually have a match this Saturday in Irvin. It's for the New South Championship against Stan Sierra. So um, I'm really looking forward to that. That'll definitely be my biggest challenge. Stan is great. You know, I
And
think
a
he's kind of
monster.
a punk,
Yeah,
but
he's
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 great.
he's a monster. He's a punk, and he's real pissed off about a lot of stuff right now. If you're keeping
Yeah.
up with AEW,
But
uh,
I ever since I found out, I've been, of course, I stay locked in on my training, and I've been training hard, but I'm ready for that. But back to your question, um, you know, shoot, there's a lot of different places. Obviously, like I said, I finally felt like I'm branching out a little bit. I got to work UCW 2 weeks ago. Let's see, um, obviously AMW. EWA is obviously my home promotion, but man, I am really an open book because I still have that mindset of like I'm only a year in. I want to try to see and do as much as I can, and experience different things. So man, I'm really an open book. After tasting that first full month of bookings every week, I want it. If
absolutely.
it's gonna make me better and sharpen my skills, dude, sign me up. But I'm definitely a better answer. I am ready to travel more. I've kind of traveled around Kentucky. Now I'm really ready to, branch out. If that answers your
Definitely.
question.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. For sure. Right. And that's the thing is repetition is the key to this business. So locking up with different people, going to different promotions, seeing how they run things, because we in Troy work in Ohio and we'll work in West Virginia the next day. Like I don't think it's this week. I think it's week. Maybe it's in 3 weeks. On a Friday night, we're on Thursday night we're going to be in West Virginia. On Friday night we're going to be in Ohio, and on Saturday night we're going to be in Kentucky. So we're going to be,
Cool.
we'll be back to back to back nights in the tri-state
Yeah.
area. That's the thing is just getting out there and putting yourself out there, getting all the reps in, getting all the lockups with different people, and
Right.
how different people do things in the locker room, and that's what it's all about, man. And it is. It's like a drug, but it's the best kind of drug. Like once you get a full month,
Oh
like you
yeah.
said, you're like, man, I want to do it again. So when you have off
Yeah.
weekends, you're like, is there a show that I can go to? Like Troy and I, if we get a weekend off, we'll go to a show. And of course, we take
Yeah.
our
Yeah.
because we were trained to take our gear, but like we don't really push to get on the show. I'm not
Yeah.
a politic kind of guy. I don't politic my way into anything.
Yeah.
But we'll go to the show just to support, just to watch. Because most likely we know somebody in the locker room. We know somebody that's got a match. We know the promoter. We know it's just a support type of thing. So I encourage you to do that. If you got a weekend and you're free and you got a local promotion that you haven't worked for, go support.
Yeah.
Go support. Just introduce
Absolutely.
yourself. Hey, I'm
Right.
so and so. This person trained me, and I just wanted you to know who I am. That's it. That's
Yeah.
not so much
Yeah.
politics, but just putting the bug in the ear. So you said something that made me want to go back here. Oh, I want to talk about AMW because Troy and I are in
Yeah.
AMW as well.
That's
Actually, our
right.
match,
I totally
yeah,
slipped my mind as I was talking there, but yeah, you're right.
we released today. We're wrestling the faction. Somebody we've never
Hmm.
actually been before, so pretty excited about that. But we get to be with Kyle, and that's one that's for me. I think that's a goal everyone should make. If you are
Hmm.
in our area, have a goal of getting AMW under your belt because the
Yep.
production's great, the locker room's always great. Kyle Maggard knows what the hell he's doing. The
Absolutely.
production team is amazing. From Aaron to Bobby to all the way. I mean, all the way down to the ring crew, the trainees that are doing what they're doing. There's nothing I don't like about AMW. I think they're amazing.
I agree.
I think
Yes, sir.
absolutely.
I agree.
So if you're out there and you got a bucket list places you want to go and AMW is not on it, put them at the top of your list. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So you got Lord Murphy this weekend.
At the Corbin show, I
Oh,
had Lord Murphy. Yeah.
this week you got Saint Sierra. I'm sorry, I apologize. You're right.
Yep.
I
I got
knew it was
Stan this weekend.
I knew it was some big strong guy that's not very happy about anything all the time. So
Yep.
Stands on a warpath. Stands on a warpath. I just watched the latest episode of AMW, so I know that Stan's out there trying to just murder ball people. So I
Yep.
mean, how are you going to approach this match? Like I know you said that you're tedious in your training, but like I mean, this guy's a vet, and I mean a vet that
Yeah. Yeah.
has all the tricks up his sleeve. He has all the support of the dirtiest people in the game when it comes to doing and getting what they want. Like how do you overcome guys like Tony Presley and the tactics?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
I've seen Stan in passing. We know each other. It was a hey, how you doing kind of thing. Um, just mutual respect. And then he's really just kind of amped himself up the past few months to what as you've seen with his actions. I know I'm a very very big underdog in this situation. I'm sure 99% of the people are expecting me to lose. Um, and I a year ago, like right when I first started, Cash would probably think, yeah, you are going to lose pretty bad. Um, but like I said, as this year has started, I'm not the same person. I'm not the same worker. Um, so I think Stan's going to underestimate me, and I'm sure he's going to try to prove a point. But best way to put it is you can be big and bad all you want until somebody punches you in the mouth. So,
Tyson.
you
That
know,
was one of my favorite. Yep, yep.
yep. So, I mean, I'm going to come in there like I always do, guns blazing, um, fired up, and I'm may or may not have a new look that I'm debuting. I don't know. We'll just have to see. But he's going to see me in that ring, and he's going to be like, oh, this isn't that scared little skinny kid from EWA. No, this is Lone Star Cash Atkins.
Good,
So, yeah.
good. And I know that like you said I'm a big underdog, but I might remind you, and you may not know what I'm talking about because your old school wrestling was the early 2000s, but I'm going to remind you of a match of the 1-2-3 Kid and Razor Ramon when everyone thought that guy was going to go out on Raw and just get
Yep.
obliterated, and the kid got one. The kid
He
got
did.
one at
I know
any time.
exactly what you're talking about.
At any time, you never know, man. I
Yep.
don't, I always reference the 1-2-3 Kid on matches like that because
Yep.
Razor was Razor at that time, and the kid was nobody. I mean, really, I mean,
Yep.
I don't want who he is now is one of the best of all time, but like I'm just saying, like at that time, nobody knew who the 1-2-3 Kid was.
Yeah.
Um,
Yep.
Bobby and him actually got to train together at Boris Malenko's place, but nobody knew him on TV. So he goes out there and
Yeah.
pulls off the upset of a lifetime. It's to me, it's probably one of the biggest upsets ever. So
Oh yeah. Yeah.
don't do do you, man, do you? Don't worry about Stan Sierra and all his bull crap and all the antics of all the people around. Just go out there and do you. I have the distinct honor of being in the ring with you, standing across from you, and that was early on even. So
Yep.
um, look his ass in the eye and make him remember your name. Like you
I
said
appreciate it, bro.
earlier, you walked out of a ring, or you might not have picked up the win in that I quit match, but you walked out of the ring and you knew he was in a war. Make him know
Yep.
he was in a freaking war. Make him know. Make him feel you the next morning. And
I will. Absolutely.
he may not like you for it, but he'll damn well respect you for it. So
That's right.
and Stan's great. Stan's going to be a big task. So it's make him
Oh
remember.
yeah.
And you got that.
Absolutely. Thank you, brother.
You're very welcome. So how far are you from Irvine? So like where we're gonna be at
Right at an hour.
hour.
Yeah, not too crazy.
So you're gonna have. So are you bringing my girl? You're bringing my girl. My girl coming.
She's not gonna be able to make this one, man.
Dude, come
I
on,
know, dude.
I had a shirt lined up already. I already started thinking
She's
about
gonna be she's gonna be bummed, man. I don't even know if I'm gonna tell her because she's gonna ask when she gets home, and I'm gonna be like,
it.
well.
Shirt home with her. Then I'm gonna have to send a shirt home.
Yeah, yeah. I may have to get a video of us together, and you give her a shout out or something. So
I will absolutely anytime. I'd love to.
yeah,
I'd
I
love
appreciate
to.
it.
I'd love to. I was hoping. I told. I can't remember who I was talking to before I got on the air, and I was like, man, I really hope that his daughter's gonna be there Saturday. And I just because I literally order these small shirts for these small kids, and never does a child get a shirt. It's always it's always adults that get shirts, and I always have these small
Yeah.
shirts. It's like I'm just gonna have to save these for her. I'm just have to give them
Yeah.
all to her. Like we got 4 or 5 different ones at this point, so I'll just
Man,
keep her. I'll just keep her. I'll keep her wardrobe for the whole summer. I got you.
man, I'm gonna be cussing you because she's gonna leave them on the floor and not putting them in her clothes hamper.
Well, listen, you can use me if you want to. You can tell her she's not going to get any more if she doesn't do that. Like she
Bingo.
can't have them. You got to put them up. If you're going to have them, you got
Yep.
to put them up. So use me as a threat if you have to. I won't
I'm
follow
going
through.
to.
I'll give her a shirt every time. I don't care what you say. I'm going to give her a shirt every time. But you can act like you're not going to, and we'll go that way with it.
Yeah.
I listen. It warms my heart to think about that. Honestly, it's so cool. It's so cool, man.
That's the best part of the business, man.
It is. It's so cool. Like, have you had any moments like that yet? I know we talked about it earlier. Have you had any moments yet where you've got to really like get one on one with
Yeah.
fans?
Yeah, man. Like our EWA faithful, man, they've really caught on to me. And, I've told Maddie, my girl, I was like, she's asked me, like, how's that make you feel? I'm like, it's the greatest thing ever. I was like, I don't know what makes them gravitate towards me, but man, it's fulfilling because one, you're doing your job, but it's like, man, like you mean something to these people, like that's hard for me to wrap my head around, because I'm the same way as they are with certain superstars. I mean, I'm a fan still. I had a girl, she comes to a lot of shows. She's got a disability, but she made me like a beaded necklace. And I mean, it was huge. It could like go all the way down to my hips. It was a long one. And she was like, I made you this. And like, she drew me a picture and signed it. And I was just like, you know what? I wanted your autograph today. So thank you. And she gave me this hug, man. And like, I still got the necklace hanging up. And I was just like, man, like, what? I, it's hard to wrap my head around, It's just like, man, like I'm doing something right. It means something to people. So, that if this is as far as it goes and I make kids like that happy right here in this area, I've done my job. Now, obviously I'd love to touch more kids and, reach out more to other areas, of course, but like, job well done in my book to be able to help a little girl like that. You know what I mean?
I get
And
it.
not for my gain or my, bragging rights. It's just like it's the right thing to do. And I think the way the world is now, man, people forget that like be kind to one another, be there for one another. We're all in this together. We're all on the same earth.
Absolutely, absolutely, man. I completely agree. I don't go to Walmart much because I can't stand Walmart, but it's fun to go
And
to
I feel
Walmart.
that.
Like, hey, Brox, what's up? And
Yeah,
there's a feller that goes to the Route 33 shows at Troy and I. We actually just recaptured our tag team championships this past Saturday.
I
They're
saw that. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah,
But there's a feller that comes there. He always does. Route 33 does this really cool thing where they'll put poster boards out and markers for
yeah,
free, and you just draw and make posters for the show. And
yeah.
this feller makes, and he brings his own. Most of the time, he already has his own. He's got all of his favorite wrestlers on it, and he always comments on mine and Troy's TikToks, which are the dumbest TikToks on the planet. If you've not seen them, we do the goofiest crap. And
Yeah.
but that feller's like that girl. She's a faithful to he's a faithful
Hmm.
to Route 33. And there's another little girl that shows up, and her papa always tells us we're gonna lose our titles every time we wrestle, and she's always like, "Oh, be quiet, papa." She's always got her back. So it's so funny. You go to these places, you know them immediately. Momo and Mimi from Route 33, two little girls that they
Yeah.
love. They love us. They love Caleb Throne, and they're two of
Yeah.
my favorite. The one girl paints her face up like Caleb, and it's the coolest thing. And it's cool for me to see the guys get that too. Like this little girl paint her face up like Caleb. I mean, this is a kid
Yeah.
I came up with. So this little girl loves Caleb, and that
Yeah.
does my heart good to see Caleb getting that kind of love. And I don't know, man. It's just it's cool, and I think I enjoy that more than I do. Funny enough, I love the road trips because it's
Hmm.
always with Troy or a couple of guys in my truck. I usually try to bring as many people as I can and at least
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
them watch the shows and stuff. But I enjoy the road trips. I enjoy the sheets stops or the wherever we're stopping, and
Yeah.
I love the locker room. I love the boys. But man, like there's just something about going out and the place going crazy or
Hmm.
a kid remembering it was your birthday.
Yeah.
Route 30 Saturday. So my birthday was last week. So kid come up and said, "Happy birthday, Brox." And I was like, "Thanks, I appreciate that." And it's
Yeah.
cool. It's the coolest thing, man. And Troy and I will go out and we'll walk around Route 33 before the show starts and just weave in and out of the stand, out of the chairs, and just harass people, just being funny, just being
Yeah.
goofy. And we've done
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
over a year, and people freaking love it. And we do it more for us than them. And we're doing it for us. We want to go out and mingle with people. So kudos to you for having that attitude, man, and being trained
Thank you.
properly and knowing that
Yeah.
what this business is about. It has nothing to do with us. Doesn't have anything to do with
Mm.
the wins and losses. Doesn't have a thing to do with the championships. Doesn't have a thing to do with anything
Yep.
like that. It's about the miles and the people and the hearts that you touch in what you're doing. So kudos to you for having
Absolutely.
that attitude, and I appreciate the hell out of that. Really,
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
you're very welcome. Is there a place that people can come and check out your matches as far as like on social media or anything, any kind of merch you got
Yeah.
out there?
Yeah, man. I am on Facebook. It's Cash Atkins Independent Pro Wrestler. I'm on Instagram at Cash Atkins as well. TikTok. I'm not very good with TikTok, so shout out to my girl Maddie. She helps me making TikToks. But yeah, I'm on Instagram and Facebook, TikTok. Posting on there all my upcoming dates and just obviously merchandise coming up and just everyday life stuff too, man. So yeah, if anybody watching wants to give me a follow or stuff, man, love to have that, and have them come out to shows that I'm at, man. I'm really trying to push my social media, because that's kind of the name of the game now. With everything, not just wrestling, social media makes the world go around. So, but yeah, man, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, so
And 100%, I'll vouch for the kid. Go see him. He's a good wrestler. He's a good kid.
thank you.
Call him a kid because I'm twice his age, but and early 2000s is old school to him. So I'm gonna bring that up every freaking time I see him.
Yeah, my
But
bad.
yeah, it's all right. But I'm proud of you, kid. I'm proud of you, dude. I'm proud of what you're doing. I'm uh, honored to have one of your first couple matches. I feel like I was, anyways. I think you're
Yes,
pretty
sir.
early.
You're number 5.
Number 5. I appreciate the fact that I
Yep.
had one of your matches, and I appreciate the kind of words about it. And
Yep.
just keep killing it, man. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep grinding, and
Yes,
you'll
sir.
be booked every weekend to the point where you're like, man, I need a break. And you won't get it, and you won't want it even when
Yep.
you're thinking you want it, you won't want it. And
Yep.
keep doing your thing, man. And I'll see you Saturday. And don't take off. You got a second, actually. Before I get off there, I want to talk to you for a second. But
Yeah.
just I appreciate you coming on, man. You've been a blast to talk to, and I look forward to seeing you Saturday. And I will absolutely have a shirt for my girl, whether you have it or not. Don't tell her that
Yeah.
I'm going to be there. We'll make a video, though. We'll definitely make a video. But I
Absolutely,
appreciate
man. That would be great.
you and hang out for a second. Oh wait a second. Wait a second. We can't go off air yet. Hang on. Mike
Oh
Howard just
no,
checked in. Mike Howard is here. What's up, Brox? Let Cash know he's the worst. Well, Mike Howard, I
man.
let Cash know what you said.
He set a timer to do this right before we close up. I
He did.
guarantee it.
I know. I know he did. Yeah. So you missed it
The
all, Mike.
world's
You
biggest
missed it.
hater.
You missed it, Mike. I know you're laying in your bed right now, looking up at the Lone Star Cash Atkins poster you have on your ceiling.
Yep.
And we know we talked about it earlier. It's okay. We talked about it. Here's the thing. Oh, hey, man. He said, I may or not set a timer. We know you set a timer. It's okay. Here's the thing. If you didn't see it earlier, me and Cash have laid down a challenge.
Hey,
Hopefully,
rewind it. Watch it back. Watch it back.
yeah. But I'm going to tell him. I'm going to tell him
Hey,
straight
go.
up.
Hey, we're still on the air, so you lay it out right now since we got his attention.
You and Kenneth Gaines. The Lone Star, Cash Atkins, anytime, any place, tag team match. Titan wants a night off. You got it. Anywhere. If you can get Kenneth Gaines away from living in his mom's basement and looking up at his poster, we can do it. I'm down for it. Let's go.
Pen to paper. Let's
He
get it done.
ain't got nothing to say now unless he's typing. We'll give him a second here to type. See what he says.
He's probably tearing that poster off the wall.
Yeah, he's probably mad heck right now. He's probably unfollowing Aftermath and unfollowing me and unfollowing you. He's mad heck right now. He's matter and poop. That's all right.
Man, you called it out. I live rent free in his head.
I'm telling you. Look, here's Larry.
Larry.
Wait a second. Wait, he did
Larry.
response. He said, I know a place. I know a couple places.
Hey,
We're here.
We can have it in Kenneth's mom's backyard because that's where he's at all the time in his mama's house. So
I got a ring, boy. We got a couple rings. We'll put them up.
yeah,
We'll throw down. It'll be fire. Logan's not wrong. It'll be fire. Logan knows. Logan knows what's up. Oh, and real quick before we get out of here, I got to thank this guy for the house. Anytime I see this guy, you got to thank this guy. You know who this guy is? Tell me you know who this guy is.
Jackson Fritz.
That's his shoot. He don't know. This is Casey Kazana.
Oh, I was about to say the profile picture looks like KC Kazana, but yeah, you're right.
I guess Jackson Fritz is a big KC Kazana fan, and that makes sense because he is. Jackson Fritz loves KC Kazana. Thank you. Thank you, KC, for the house. Like all the people that watched tonight, that was all because of you, and we appreciate you. Thank you. Seriously.
Thank you, KC.
Please, God, anytime you see Casey, thank him for the house. Please,
I
God.
absolutely will. I absolutely will.
He will hate me for the rest of his life because every time he's around him. Well, this time he said you're welcome. It only gets annoying to him when he gets to about the 30th person that's come up to him and thanking for the house. That's when he gets really pissed off. It drives him crazy, and I love it. But no, we'll let everybody we'll let Mike try to get that he said I'll be waiting my payment. Yeah, no, that's not happening. We just appreciate you. We're paying you an appreciation. Come on, man.
That's right.
Gosh, these guys. But we'll definitely see you Saturday, man. Hang up for a second, and I appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, bud. Man, that was fun. I got to have a match with him. He said it was his 5th one. Troy and I tied it against him and Ace Carmichael, and Ace was coming. I think Ace was coming back out or coming back into the business. He'd been out for I think he said, told me maybe a year, maybe less. And it was so much fun. And I've got to watch. Of course, I firsthand got to watch that match, and then over the years, over about the last year, I've watched him become a lot better. And he's out there killing it, and he's doing things the right way, he's saying the right things. So you get a chance to check out Lone Star Cash Atkins, please do it. Check him out on any show. Check him out this Saturday at AMW. Please go to that's a perfect time. You get to see this kid. You get to see Grappling Inc. And you get to go to an AMW show, which are always the best. The AMW shows are amazing. The production, everything's great. Go check them out. They're absolutely the best. And then hell, maybe you never know. You might see a Mike Howard, Kenneth Gaines at AMW against me and Cash. You don't know that. You never know. I want to thank Casey for the house one more time just because it'll piss him off. And then I would really want to thank Cash for coming on the show. Guys, follow us. I you know how inconsistent I am with the podcast because I've been moving and we've been moving and getting the school ready and everything like that. So I'm going to do better at doing some Wednesday night shows. But go out and follow the Aftermath page. Our first show is May 2nd, Lesage, West Virginia. Be releasing some matches here in the next day or two, probably. Match cards on who's all going to be on that show. It's for a good cause. We're going to be raising some money for Cox Landing United Methodist Church and our friends there. Keep it real. Girls are Cindy is the pastor there, and her whole family attends there. So we want to raise some money for them and do a really great day of wrestling and family friendly and get to hang out with a lot of our friends. So please check us out on May 2nd. And all tickets $10. Bring your own chair. We'll have a few chairs there, but bring your own comfortable chair. You want to get a comfortable chair, so bring your own chair for that. And then we'll be releasing, like I said, we'll be releasing matches here soon. If you're interested in joining a wrestling school, Aftermath is always taking new students. We can teach you anything from commentary all the way up to being in the ring and throwing people around. Whatever you want to learn in this business, we can teach it. So just come on in and shut your mouth and open your ears and learn from one of the best, Bobby Blaze. So it's definitely worth every minute you're with Bobby in the ring. So guys, again, I appreciate you watching the show and I appreciate Cash. Go out and watch wrestling. If it's not AMW, go watch wrestling somewhere this weekend. Go find a wrestling show and support the boys. Support independent wrestling. I'm still on the line from collar and elbow there, but go support local wrestling. Appreciate you guys. Y'all have a great night.